Hello everyone, my name is Anita and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing great, and today I wanted to talk about Michael Singer again. I recently read two of his books, The Untethered Soul and Surrender Experiment, and I wanted to talk about it again because he helped me a lot on my spiritual journey, and even though it's my most recent discovery, it really showed me how I can work better at release work. So let's get back to the basics of what he's teaching. When he was young, he discovered that he had that voice in his head that wouldn't seem to shut up. And he also noticed that it would narrate his life or whatever he would see. It would judge something, on the basis of preferences. So it would say that it likes this, but it doesn't like that. He also realized that he's not exactly the voice itself, but he's just someone like a consciousness that is experiencing, that is witnessing the voice. However, if he would talk to anyone in his closest friends, most of people wouldn't be resonating with this because he noticed also that many people are very much identifying with the voice, so they don't really notice it, and even if they do, they are so glued to it, they cannot really step back and witness it. In his surrender experiment, he came to conclusion that for his life to be more how to say it, I don't really think he had goal in it. I think he just wanted to see what would happen if he would not allow the voice to dictate his life. And at first he tried to basically shut it off completely, so he lived like a hermit, he would meditate a lot, he had a very strict discipline. He really wanted to get rid of the voice altogether, but it would always come back, so it wasn't really sustainable as well. He also said that, well, at times he would be in a meditative state all the time, but he never had any real life challenges that would evoke this voice to life anyway. So he started to come out more and more, and he also recognized that this voice is not exactly his enemy, it's just a human part of himself that he can basically use for his own spiritual growth. And what do I mean by that? Well, this voice actually showed him where his limitations are. So, for example, if someone would ask him to do something for them, the voice would either say, I want to do it or not. And whenever the voice would be protesting, he would surrender to life and he would do exactly the opposite. So basically, by going against the voice, he would expand more and more in life because he would constantly go through his own limitations. He also teaches, especially in Untethered Soul, how you can let go this buildup of energy that is also manifested through the protests of your voice, and how you can release the resistance in your body. So what he would do, he would either focus on the place where the resistance was, or most likely on his heart, and he would breathe in out through his heart, and he would allow his whole body to relax. So he would begin from shoulders, he would relax his shoulders, and he would just breathe in and out, become more and more calm, even though the whole turmoil and melodrama would be happening in his head. He would ask himself, who is witnessing this voice? Who is witnessing this feeling? And by doing so, he would put himself behind whatever was happening inside of himself and just observe it. And sooner or later, even if he would physically feel pain or emotional pain, it would hurt for some time, but our bodies have great capacity to release. So if we are staying open, and if we make sure that our hearts are open, that's when the energy would basically come through us and out of our system. The moment when we close because we fear, that's when this energy gets stuck in our system. So basically, one of his teachings is to stay open, like stay with open heart, because heart has capacity to release the energy out of your system if you like focus on it, breathe in out. So whatever happens, stay open. I really started to focus more and more on my heart throughout the day. And I noticed that oftentimes, whenever I really get involved in my melodrama and I do close, somehow the life around me feels more unbearable, more darker. But if I stay open, I started to see more and more moments in my life where I find more joy, I get inspirations, I can have fun even though I'm in a situation that's not fun at all. Staying open like that helps you to cope with life more. And I'm nowhere near the level of Michael Singer. I'm still learning this. I'm still breathing in and out when I feel negative emotions, if it even is such a thing now. I start to just view them, all emotions, as energy, you know. It's just like same energy but in different degree. So if it's negative, it just makes you feel uncomfortable, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's bad for you. It's just something that you need to process, right? So the more I do the release work, the lighter I get and the easier it is for me to do things that I would normally dread to do. For me, it's also an experiment, and let's see what is installed for me. So the voice in my head told me not to record this video, and I would listen to it for most of the day because, as you can see, it's evening already. And then when I finally get to record this, I tried to record this video like 10 times and I almost gave up, but I'm like, okay, but why not just not listen to it? Why not just relax into it and just talk about Michael Singer again and see what comes out of my mouth? It is what it is, right? Anyway, that's all what I wanted to talk about. Thank you very much if you listen all till the end, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.